Oh, it just ticked up. We were 36, but it's 8:20. The sun's been up for a while now. We've been up for a while now, too. We're studying the weather. It looks beautiful. It's pretty cold. Come on, Steve. Let's go. That's it. If you don't come right now, we don't live in a barn. That's what my dad used to say. Come on. Oh, look, Mitt's here, too. There you go. Mitt, next time, okay? Sorry. You know, it's not like live TV. The 8:20 show doesn't have to start right at exactly 8:20. Well, it looks like our flag is kind of good. It's knickers in a twist, so to speak. Trust me, it's windy from the north. It's cold. I'm going into a corner over here to try and hide from the wind. See how this works. I want you to be able to hear me loud and clear. There's the moon. Cold air coming in now. The wind is from the north, but the cold came into New England actually from all levels of the atmosphere yesterday. From the northeast, I wasn't paying that much attention yesterday morning. I should have been. I would have remembered, oh yeah, very cold air coming over relatively warm water. That causes ocean effect precipitation. And there it is. Still, we have the cold air over the relatively warm water creating clouds this morning. And it's not just New England that's cold. As a matter of fact, we're less cold than places like Alabama. This morning, millions of United States citizens are experiencing the coldest November 2nd sunrise in their life. Once in a lifetime weather happens somewhere every day, all the way down to Muscle Shoals, Alabama, on the Gulf of Mexico in the 20s this morning. Many spots inland along the Appalachians are in the mid-teens. And here in New England, we are in the 20s and 30s to start the day. One of my favorite people on Twitter for his statistical and graphical skills is Jot Ross in Ashland, Massachusetts, in the 20s this morning, and he was kind enough to draw us this quartile percentages of temperatures, but all I see is really the 32-degree isotherm coming right down to the coast on Long Island Sound. So even parts of Long Island are in the 20s this morning. It's a massive 1035 high-pressure system. It has pretty much transitioned the weather from coast to coast, with maybe the exception of Southern California and I think Southern Florida, with wintry weather over the last several. It took about a week for it to get to New England, didn't it? So it's Thursday. Back on Saturday, we were still up around 80 degrees. I think the cold air came in here on Sunday, and for the first time in 3 days, or 4 days, really, it's not snowing anywhere in New England, unless you count HKD snow guns, which are cranking top to bottom on Superstar at Killington. A lot of areas turned on their snow guns last night, but Killington, top to bottom snow cover now. Opening within 24 hours. Killington opening day for pass holders Friday, November 3rd. The rest of us, Saturday, November 4th. And it's the same weekend where the Ski Expo comes to town. No longer run by BWE Sports, but huge upgrade this year. The Merchants are back at the Ski Expo in Boston. Should be a really good time. And then Country Ski, Snow and Sport, whatever it's called, Country has theirs next weekend in Hanover. So it's amazing how the ski shows arrive, and so does the ski season. So ski season begins in New England on our Friday, and it's going to go right into April. April is the last time, May, maybe even June, anyhow. April was the last time I saw my temperature in the 30s here at my house. So it's been 7 months since I've been this cold, and my fingers are already freezing. High pressure goes offshore. Another cold night tonight with another hard freeze, so our growing season is over. No, I did not drain my garden hoses. Hey, T-Rex. My grass looks great. Seeds coming up in spots, although something keeps digging a hole here every single night. I'm not sure what it is. I get these critters. So the grass is still green. The grass is still going to need mowing, but the garden's totally put to bed. Montauk daisies, huge difference where I should have pruned those also on July 4th. So the left half didn't get pruned until August, and this right half got pruned right on schedule. And that's why that right half was more full of flowers. And yeah, I did some mowing yesterday down in here. First time, all those pumpkins and tomatoes are gone. Picked up 0.05 yesterday in those instability showers that came in from the northeast. My phone was blowing up yesterday. People from all over texting me, hey, it's snowing, hey, it's grappling, hey, it's raining. Mark Kipe watching my YouTube videos. Oh, I'm so flattered, Mark. Says there were cat paws on the windshield in Ashfield, Massachusetts. What's a cat paw? That's a raindrop with slush in it. Looks like a cat paw on your windshield. So Doug Kent in Burt's in Weymouth says we had grapple coming down for a hard few minutes, and I didn't even see any frozen precipitation at my house. I kept looking out the window. It was a really interesting day. And then at sunset, I was just kind of cutting this down. This was about a foot tall yesterday. Look at the worm chow. The critters are in there digging for the worms. People are eating my worms. Not people. Things are eating my worms, which is fine. That's what it's all about. Worms make dirt. Dirt makes food. Food makes people. People are freezing today, and it's going to warm up. Now, all I can say about the forecast after this weekend, let's look at the, what do you want to start with? How about the 850 millibar, the air around 5,000 feet? We'll look at the large scale. Purple is Arctic air. You can see it's gone all the way down to the Appalachian Trail. And blue is cold enough for snow. Now that whole cold air mass lifts out, and we will be turning off our snow guns here tomorrow. And it's going to be a fairly nice weekend. And another glancing cold shot tries to come in here. It looks like Monday, Tuesday. And wait till you see the difference in the surface maps. And the purple's full, Canada's full of cold until just about the end here. And right around next weekend or so, it looks like the entire United States and southwestern Canada are going to warm up, which makes sense. You go from record warm to record cold, back to, I don't know about record warm, but there's definitely going to be much warmer air coming in here for the third week of November, starting around Veterans Day or so. And then we'll kind of restart it. But you got to like the looks of how winter has set up so far across much of North America. Now, I want to show you the Pacific Ocean next. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to Asia. A parade of storms coming in off the Pacific. So that guarantees action. Canada is still full of cold. That guarantees some wintry mix action. Now let's go to the day-by-day of the European from the pivotalweather.net site. And there's the little bit of a front coming into northern New England on Saturday, somewhat cooler. Sunday, could be a few showers around, so not a totally dry weekend. Sort of like our Wednesday. It was kind of a mixed Wednesday. Going to be kind of a mixed weekend with sun and clouds, but we should be near 60 degrees in parts of southern New England after fairly chilly at night. And then new cold comes in. Now here comes a really intense Alberta Clipper type situation coming in here Monday into Tuesday. Now, we had all those storms coming in off the Pacific Ocean, so you can't believe what happens next. Next comes cold, high pressure in southeastern Canada, and where the last 2 days I showed major storms possible in the northeast. Now look at it. They're all sliding off and missing us to the south. This is wrong. This is not going to happen, so I'm showing you a weather forecast that is wrong because we don't know the forecast that is right. You have to add up all the guidance over the last several days and make a call. So my call for next week is we are going to have a threat for wind and rain or snow every 48 to 60 hours next week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, into the weekend. Something's going to happen. That output from last night is crazy calm with so many storms coming in off the Pacific. So there it is. The weatherman making the call that the forecast is wrong. Weather is unpredictable. Yesterday was a really exciting day. I'll share with you some time lapse. Mailman Mike in his shorts yesterday says, I don't know, I'll dig out my winter gear eventually. All right, so 9 minutes into this, it's just before 9 a.m., North Weymouth, Massachusetts, and my fingers are officially freezing. But I have not had my first frost or first freeze yet. Bill in Mansfield, excuse me, Bill in Mansfield, and so many others sharing their frost pictures from this morning. Hang on, Tim, hang on. Look closer, look closer. There it is. A tiny little frost here in Weymouth. So I'll put that in. Tiny frost. And that is a pepper plant right there that is not frozen yet. So I left one or two in just to see what they would do. And also some chard and some dill. So we'll let you know when the dill freezes, because that will go on the first real freezing morning. 10 minutes. Talk to you later. Oh, sorry about that, Steve. Got himself all tangled up here. I'll free you. He spends the morning out there watching the birds. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I gotta come up with a better system for you. All right, you're free. I'd rather have you tangled up than jumping over the cliff. I gotta fix that flag. I will fix the flag. Don't worry. Flag will be fixed. Mitch showed up too to watch. He was almost ready to go. I had to go free the flag. Fingers are frozen, but the flag is freed. All right, here's the Enmore. Not even done editing. Today's out the door. Weather and more. It takes so long, and it's begun to pour. Actually, it's been raining off and on for an hour now. It's a 42 degrees. The snow level just off the deck here in Weymouth at just about 11 a.m. November 1st. Waiting for some slushy raindrops. So many people reporting their first snow of the season, either today or yesterday or the day before. Happens in waves. Starts north, comes central, and then comes south. It's the kind of day where it can be raining and then all of a sudden it comes down really hard, and if you blink, you may miss a few snowflakes. So, you're staring hard. It looks like snow, doesn't it, on the camera, but it's not. There's no snowflakes here. It can pull the colder air down with it. Actually just chill the air. The fact that these raindrops are probably about 33 degrees is making the air colder. Coldest day of the year, November 1st. Coldest day of the new season, excuse me, November 1st, 2023, 11 a.m. I was so busy watching that weather come in from the west up higher in the sky that I totally neglected the fact that that cold wind in off of the ocean was cold enough to generate ocean effect raindrops coming in from the northeast. That's what's happening right now, midday. There it is. So we got dynamic coming at us from the west, higher up, and from the east, down low. Weather is hard. Trick or treat. Ah! Trick or treat. Oh, that's greasy. Maybe in January he might put on some longer pants, but for now, just a regular day in New England.
Well, you know how I like to do it. I'm usually behind with everything. Give me another month, I'll dig them out.
What was that? What'd you say?
No, I can't say.
You said you didn't know what the weather was gonna do today?
They didn't tell me. Any good? Is there ever?
No.
Take it easy.
He said he didn't know there was gonna be mixed precipitation.
I didn't. They
Right.
lied.
There was some grapple in there.
There was earlier.
One of my YouTube peeps told me there was some good Halloween display going on up, down, around here. I think the name of the road was Watuwamat. Easier said than, easier spelled than said. Watuwamat. Oh yeah, I can see it. Maybe come down here later as it gets dark. A little more on this side? Sure. And I love the spirit. Perfect day for it. So parts of eastern Massachusetts south of us have experienced some ocean effect rain and slushy raindrops. Cat paws, as we call them on the windshield, have been reported. Mark Kipe in Marshfield. Thank you for watching and commenting, Mark. And also Phil, content weather guy in Plymouth, says he had some grapple today. So every kind of precipitation has come out of the sky. So now we have drier air coming at Weymouth from the northeast. The surface wind is still from the northeast, even though aloft the wind is coming around now from the northwest. 45 degrees, 511. What's Chuck Nolan talking about? I don't know, I'm so confused. You guys want to go out? Of course you do. The phone's been blowing up today. What a day. Differential advection from the northeast, it was cold. From the southwest, it was cold. Precipitation coming at us from every angle. You get Josh up at J saying it's snowing up here. We got Steve in Boylston, heavy grapple. In Ashfield, Massachusetts today, 5 inches of snow. I don't know. I think the Euro got the win. And still on Cape Cod, showers are still going. But it looks like here on our horizon, we may be done with the precipitation for today. Looking off to the northeast, the north, and the northwest. I think those showers that have developed west and north of us will probably slip south and miss. So now it is just pure cold air advection. How low did it go this morning? Did the temperature get to freezing in Boston for the first time? My guess is no. So it's 5 p.m., but we won't know for 12 hours. And where did T-Rex go? How far could he go? There he is. He's still on the injured... Rex, come on. He's on the injured reserve list. Rex, stop. Come on. Turn around. So this is the In More with the weather. Taped on a Wednesday, airing on a Thursday, November 2nd. We should add one more thing, though. The time lapse of the day today. With the air from the east to northeast, the bottom 5,000 feet of the atmosphere. First part of the day. And then the air from the southwest, 75 miles an hour. First part of the day, now all coming around from the northwest for a unidirectional flow. Henceforth for a day or two anyway. Very good. That's a wrap.